Hey friends, it's Richie. We start Ó'hAllmhuráin off Gaeilge, and one thing that I wanted to talk about, and as usual, I've hardly anything prepared, but one thing that sparked my interest recently is an article I read about the Vedas, Vedic Hinduism, and you know there are stories of a very serious war that happened. I believe it's in the region of 100,000 years ago. Irish folklore also tells of flying ships and also a very serious war, of course, which the Daidanan, the peoples of the goddess Danu, lost. So, yeah, Vedic Hinduism, some say that Irish folklore is actually older, and you know, there's a writer, Cesarian. You know, if I was prepared, I'd read you a line from one of his books, but all I can recount now, recall, is that Irish folklore, his book is known as The Irish Origins of Civilization. So, yeah, he maintains that Hinduism came after, and Hinduism is old because, of course, Buddhism was derived from it about 2,000 years ago. So, yeah, well, speaking of 2,000 years, our history books, that's about how far they go back. You know, things get very hazy, you know, BC. So, yeah, Cesarian is a good read. Yeah, so that's what I had in mind. You know, the flying ships of Vedic India. And of course, yeah, the flying ships, there's the Fur blog in Irish mythology, and of course the Daidanan, the people of the goddess Danu, they lost the war. I'm not a big man for Irish mythology, right, so I can't go into too much detail. My experiences, some of them are like one-to-one encounters with these guys, the fairies, also known as the Alliance. You know, I channeled some information and I checked it, and the Alliance is a group. This is the occult, but I would say certainly get involved because, you know, our lives are short. You won't get any meaning from mainstream media. That's my understanding of it. But I still tune in, you know, I listen to the news on the radio. Yeah, so the Vedic, the Alliance, and there's another group, one of whom I've met, and they're from the Pleiades star system, also known as the Seven Sisters, and they are the Nordics. And I like to say that if you happen to meet one of the Nordics, you'll know you're in company, because these guys, they're tall, about 7 feet tall. A lot of them go higher, I believe. The guy I met was about 6.5 feet, maybe 7 feet, it's hard to say. But muscular. Apparently they have blue eyes. I didn't get a look at this guy's eyes, but yeah, so the Nordics, they're a group that you should certainly do a Google search about, because the internet, while they're clamping down, there's still a lot of info up there. So yeah, and I've met the reptoids, come on, all my life. Anyway, so apparently, overall, the reptoids will never reveal themselves to mankind. You know, in the construct, as we're in a matrix, you know, they go around as normal people. So Yeah, the Ratoids are a very sneaky bunch. So that's the Nordics, the Ratoids, there are other groups. That's the great thing, you know. There are people walking around in society, and here's the shocker. They were not born on Earth. Some of them were born, I believe, in the 12th planet, and that of course is Nibiru. It's another planet in our solar system. So yeah, I read Sitchin, you know, Zachariah Sitchin. Again, people will tell you that Sitchin was compromised and he's not actually a good guy at all. But like Google, there's still a lot of good information. And I read Sitchin's book, 12th Planet, another planet in our solar system. It's on a funny kind of orbit. It only comes into the inner solar system from memory. I didn't really want to get into this, but yeah, Nibiru, 3,600 years is its orbit. So right, that's Nibiru, and that's where the Dracos came from, and they came here on spaceships. There's another group out there, of which Nordics are one, you know, and that is the Galactic Federation of Light. They won't do what the Ratoids did, because there is something in like the galaxy. It's a law, and it's known as the Prime Directive. And you might say, right, that's Star Trek. A lot of that Star Trek stuff is very accurate, and that's something that I channeled as well. I'll wrap up. Namaste. Richie.